One-Way Trip, aka Glory Day. I have no idea why it has two titles. I knew it as Glory Day, and then it was One-Way Trip. Glory Day is a better title. Not for this movie. One-Way Trip is the correct title. But Glory Day sounds better. But it sounds like a military movie. And it has nothing to do with that. It stars the guy from Reply 1997, whose name I don't know. I think it's from 1997. There's like 17 Reply series. I don't know which one's which. The guy that played the little brother that was a medical student in The Producers, whose name I don't know. Jisoo, whose first name I don't know, aka Nam Joo-hyuk's best friend. It's my first time seeing him in something, actually. This was his movie. He was the star. And Suho, aka EXO's leader. This was like his big moment to shine on screen. And he was barely in the movie, so good for him. But he wasn't that bad or anything. I really enjoy this movie. It's actually, quite depressing, but I really enjoyed it. It's about four friends who decide to go on a trip together. One of them is going to the military, Suho. He's going to the military in the morning, and, they're gonna take him to his training center and, make a day out of it and have a nice trip to remember their friendship, because he's going for 2 years. So, they have some drinks, they are having fun, and they're about to leave this place, and they see a woman getting beaten, savagely bitten by a man. So they decide to step in and help, and they're into a lot of trouble. And that shows you don't be a good person, just walk on by. They wanted to actually help her and get the guy away from her, and they ended up in jail. So the movie is about them trying to prove their innocence. They didn't attack anybody for no reason. They were trying to help her. She's freaking missing. She's of no help. So, their parents are in another city right now. Their parents have to come and get them, and, not even get them because they're staying in jail. Suho gets hit by a car like the first 2 seconds when they're running away. So he's in the hospital getting surgery. So it's a mess. And the movie sort of deals with, it really quickly shows you what happened in a flashback. And you're like, okay, I'm situated. I know what this story is. And then we're right back into them being in jail. No one believing them. Them trying to explain the situation, but no one gives a shit. They ended up getting into a lot of trouble with someone famous. Actually, the woman was a celebrity, so they're in trouble. And it went by pretty quickly. Actually, it didn't drag or anything. The acting was great. This was definitely Jisoo's movie. Like, he was the main guy. We get to find out his reasoning behind everything he's doing, and, why he even got involved in this mess in the first place. And, some friendships are tested towards the end. Like, at first they're all united, and they're in jail, and they're scared, but when they realize that shit's going down, and they might actually do time, it turns into, I didn't even want to be here. It was your idea to go get drinks. Why did you drink so much? And, the blaming of each other begins. And friendships are tested to the max. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. The acting was pretty good, honestly. The parents were so strange to me. They immediately came in and started blaming, other kids for why their kids are in this situation, and I feel like, what the fuck? Like, one mom just came in and was like, what are people gonna say about us in church? I'm like, lady, your son might go to jail. Like, is that what matters here? Like, church, how can you do this to your family? And I'm so ashamed. And it's like, Mom, I'm going to jail. Mom, stop. And, you know, parents coming in with advice to, you know, blame other kids. Like, you're gonna say that he didn't. Like, Mom, please. So yeah, it was interesting to see how would parents react in this situation. I don't know how accurate this is. I feel like if I was in this situation, my mom would just fucking kill me. Like, why did you get in this mess? And they were just trying to be good people. Like, they didn't, you know, they weren't even drunk or anything. They had some drinks, they were having fun, but it wasn't like, let's fight people. They honestly were trying to help. And, this is what they got from it. And that was really sad. It was really depressing. Like, holy shit. Because that is true. Like, this does happen. Not all the time. I'm sure it pays off to be a good person sometimes, but most of the time you try to help someone, they fucking bite your head off. Like, just, it doesn't pay off to be a good person sometimes. In the sense that, you know, they didn't do it so they can get praise or anything. You know, that's not the type of payoff they wanted. They didn't want a pat on the back, and they didn't want, you know, to be heroes or anything. They just wanted her to not die because the guy was clearly gonna kill her, and they get in trouble for it. Like, they get blamed for it. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Suho's acting debut wasn't terrible or anything, but I figured he'd be more of a character in this. He was the guy that was going to the military that then, like, gets hit by a car and it's out the entire movie. Like, he's in surgery and then he's in the hospital. It's like, alright, I wanted to, like, hang out with Suho, but whatever. He's gone the entire movie. So anyways, and yeah, this was definitely Jisoo's movie. Like, you can tell that he was like, I am the star. This was like his script. The other guys were just sort of like supporting characters, and they were very, very small supporting characters compared to Jisoo. And I figured, you know, it's 4 guys. I figured the time would be distributed evenly. Nope. Suho gets like 1%. The other 2 guys got like 15%, and then the rest is for Jisoo, honestly. He was like emotional and shit, and he got angry, and he got sad, and there was crying, there was yelling. Very dramatic. This was like the role of his lifetime. Definitely very dramatic. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. One Way Trip. Accurate title. One Way Trip. Glorideay is way better, but it doesn't fit. It really doesn't fit, and that's a shame. So yeah.
상황 분단한다는데
추억 하나 만들어주자. 다시 바꾸마!
어이
지금 너 잘하는 거 한번 하자.
야 X라고 안 써! 상호야 가자. 언제 우리끼리 또 여행 가보겠냐? 벌써 입대가 가능해? 물론이잖아. 당당하게 자리 잡고 먹잖아.
어른이 어른답게 굴어야지 왜 여자를 때려?
애들이 남편을 죽였다고요.
왜 이러세요?
저는 진짜 말리기만 했단 말이에요.
야, 네가 깡패야? 도대체 왜 그랬어? 왜? 난 잘못 없어.
나도 잘못 없어.
나 회피하지 마.
힘잡지 마. 너도 무섭잖아. 진짜 우린 계획대로 되는 게 하나도 없냐.
우린 어떻게 되는 건데요?